Stephen Adewale had rebutted your writing, your opinion. I don't know if you have read his rebuttal. He has argued that your claim about the SDP being Tinubu's spear car is based on some baseless rumor and lacks factual evidence. How do you respond to this assertion? Although you've analyzed and given background to what led to your position, and he says that the SDP is genuine in its effort and has dismissed the opposition's ground to conceding or giving its vehicle as a spear to Bola Tinubu's ambition.
Well, my claim was based on the Business Day report in April 2022. It's not something I made up. So whoever it is that responded to it probably didn't even read the article itself. If they have questions about that claim, they should go to Business Day and tell them that their claim was wrong. But I also quoted the presidential candidate of the SDP, who was basically saying that politicians who want to use their party as a getaway car after committing whatever it is should know that that car is not available for that. He was basically saying opposition politicians like El-Rufai who are trying to use, he didn't mention the name, but it was very obvious. It was innuendo. It was very clear, indirect reference to El-Rufai, basically saying if someone promised you something, he didn't fulfill that promise, and you're angry and you want to use us to express that anger, we are not available. I mean, so that's not the rhetoric of someone who, of a party that is ready to be used as the opposition vehicle. So I'm not making anything up. So first of all, the fact of it being a spare car was reported by the Business Day in April, and I actually referenced it in one of my columns that year. And then I also quoted the presidential candidates and what he said. So, people write all kinds of things.
Yeah, but Prof, what is your reading of El-Rufai's movement to the SDP? Do you think that Tinubu has a lot to fear about the El-Rufai factor?
I frankly don't think he has anything to fear. And that's why I wrote the article that the opposition is going to lose. First of all, El-Rufai is not the huge political heavyweight that he imagines himself to be. In spite of his support for Tinubu in 2023, Tinubu lost Kaduna. He was the governor of Kaduna State and supported Tinubu, full on, full-throated, but he lost. So that tells you that even within his sphere of authority, he could not deliver the votes to Bola Tinubu. And then two, his relevance, his political weight is directly connected to Buhari. He rode on Buhari's political coattails to power. And Buhari has lost that symbolic edge that he used to have. His political machismo has gotten to the end of its shelf life. And we know why. He inspired, on his watch, the North became a slaughterhouse. And he did not improve the lot of the people. Even the personal integrity that people attributed to him turned out to be a facade. And so he's no longer what he used to be. And by himself, El-Rufai has no political capital. He has no symbolic power. He has no symbolic capital. So he cannot.
So he poses no threat.
He poses no threat.
Even with an alliance, with an Atiku, and forming a coalition, Tinubu political family has nothing to worry about.
I really don't see what they have to worry about.